Hey guys, thank you. I was having a little connection problems. How's everybody doing? Thank you. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know that you're here. This is your girl CT Connects, and I am here with you. Listen, I am so thankful. Uh-oh. I am so thankful that y'all are jumping in. I see you coming on in with me, as I've heard others say, come on in the room. Let's see what happens in my room, okay? Um, so today we have an identity crisis. If you were watching any of the lives from yesterday on social media, there were some things that I wanted to share and talk to you about. This is 2022. We understand that there are a lot of things going on that can cause us to fear, to even lose hope. I hear people say, this generation is lost, or God, I can't think about what's coming up next. And it's a scary thing, to think about maybe to come if you're not sure of who you are. And so I want to spend some time just on live with you. Let me know that you're here. Make sure to like the video. Hey, Elliot, thank you. I see you. What's going on? Y'all make sure to like it, share it to your social media pages. Let everybody know we are here. We are in the building. I'm here for you. And I want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody that's been subscribing, that's been liking the videos, supporting me on the social media platforms. You have no idea how happy that makes me. I'm so grateful for it. I appreciate you spending all of your time that you do spend with me. And so I appreciate you. I really, really do. So, listen, I found a very good show, and I don't know, let me know if you've heard of Judge Steve Harvey. Have y'all heard of that show? I didn't want to give up, my info, my details on live yesterday. But Judge Steve Harvey, we all know Steve Harvey is not a judge. We know that. He's a comedian and a great one at that. But he had a show on, and one of the episodes really, really caught my attention. And it really, really says a lot about where we are um, as a people. And I wanted to address this because we got to know who we are. It's very, very important. And I'm going to see if I can bring y'all a little bit closer to me without doing too much damage to myself on this end. Part of my lighting, it's a little bit better. Give me 5 seconds, y'all. Okay, hopefully that helps. But listen, we have to know who we are. We're spending so much time focusing on being woke. We're focusing so much time on, educating ourselves about Black history, African American history. We're spending a lot of times trying to disprove or confirm one thing or another. This is a time where there's not a lot of trust going on between people and the government. And, there's a lot of trust not happening, sometimes even within families. And so I want to motivate, I want to encourage, set free, deliver, whatever it takes for us to make it through to this next part of this journey in life that we're talking about, because it's a beautiful journey, y'all. It is. And if we can just stay focused, right? So today we're going to talk about identity theft. Who's robbing you of your identity? Who did it? What event happened to you? And you can say to yourself, this is a moment in my life where I know something shifted. I felt my life, my world looked different. The same door that I've been looking at for 10 years, now something happened and it doesn't look the same anymore. What happened? First, you have to not be in denial and say, oh, well, anything that happens, we got to sweep it under the carpet. No, admit to yourself, what happened? What is it? Be real to yourself, right? This is what happened to change the way I felt about who I was. This is the times when I realized I started having insecurities. I wasn't sure of what I was supposed to do. And don't get me wrong, our parents are there to develop us and to help us grow and to teach us, who to be and how to live and to be proud and to be thankful, right? But then as we grow up, real life happens and we start developing opinions based off of past experiences. And so sometimes those things can skew our vision of who we really were supposed to be in the beginning, right? I think about the story of Joseph, right? He had 12 brothers. They were jealous of him. He was a dreamer. He was a dreamer. He saw things. And he wasn't scared to tell people, hey, I had this dream last night. And guess what? It happened. He wasn't afraid. He stood up for what that gift was in him. It was so powerful. And his brothers, they hated on him. You talking about hate? His brothers hated on him. So when they went out to go hunting, they said, oh, well, you know what? Dad just gave Joseph this nice coat, all these many colors. It's all, poloed out or whatever. And so we're going to take his coat, throw him in a pit somewhere and put blood on the coat and tell Dad that somebody, ate him up. He's gone. Peace. Now he's out of the way. He's not our problem. Long story short, by the end of that story, Joseph had been elevated to such a high level that he ended up saving his brother's lives and his family's life. So the moral of that story was, no matter what happened, God always means it for your good. No matter what happened, it's always supposed to make you stronger, not to make us weak, not to make us feel like who we know we're supposed to be, we can no longer be that person. It doesn't have that much power. As long as you're waking up and you don't wake yourself up, right? So let's go into it. Let me set myself up here. Excuse me. I'm trying not to eat ice anymore, but I'm addicted. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Y'all, this is a very interesting story to me. I had to share it because, this family you have two sisters, as I said yesterday. Okay, this is where we are. We have two sisters. Now, one sister gave the other sister something of substance. I'm going to show y'all the story. And you just follow it. Follow me. Stay with me. Let me see here. So I want to get this ready for you. I'm trying to set this video up because I want you to follow with me. It's going to help me. Like I said yesterday, this is going to be a very positive page. I'm not going to be the one that's going to be putting a whole lot of negative, things out there and stuff like that. However, I would like to say that I want to make sure that sometimes you got to say what not to do to teach people what to do, right? So I'm prepping my video up for y'all now. And I'm making sure that I want to use my platform for a real purpose, as I mentioned. I don't want it to be, something that's going to be just me spending time for no reason. If you're spending time with me, then I want you to say, you know what, every time I go to this channel, I get something. Every time I go to this channel, I feel better about what I'm going through. Or even if I wasn't feeling bad, I should still feel better. And so that's what I want it to be. I want it to be just that way, because everything that we do should be to motivate us, should be to keep us going to the next level, to the next place. Here we go, y'all.
My brother died instantly, and I gave my sister $6,000 towards funeral services. Honestly, I don't think that's what she did with it. She's self-centered and obnoxious, and I want my money.
Okay, Tiffany, it's your turn. You have 30 seconds to respond.
My sister donated $6,000 to go towards my brother's memorial services. I used it as I saw fit. And I don't owe her an explanation for anything.
Okay, how much was the funeral?
$15,000. Other family members and myself got the money together. I gave $6,000.
What do you think she spent the money on? If she
Listen to this, y'all.
I think she spent it on lipo and a butt job.
Hmm.
Now they call it a BBL.
What is that?
I think it's a Brazilian butt lift.
You think you know it's that because you want one. She has always down talked me, criticized me.
Listen,
We in here arguing about ass, or we arguing about this funeral? I'm confused.
okay, I have to pause it right there, right? Like that got my head itching because hold on. Let me get a box, please. Can I get, because I need to lift my light because I'm looking because we gotta talk. I need y'all to see what I got going on. Hold on, y'all. Stay with me. Don't go nowhere. Because I gotta fix this up. Thank you. Is that better? Listen, y'all. This chick said I got I got $6,000 from my sister for my brother's funeral, and I don't owe her no explanation of how I spent the money. That's none of her business. So then what ends up happening is sis is like, Steve Harvey, Judge Steve Harvey, bless you, Steve Harvey, says, well, what do you think she spent the money on? She was like, a BBL, a Brazilian butt lift. Like, how trifling, like, for real. Well, first of all, we're going to find out what really happened, but to even think that your sister would do something like that, your brother's funeral, like, I love my brother. I don't know about y'all, but I love my brother. I got one. And at the end of the day, it's like, I thank God for the family that I was raised in because we are very tight. We close. We love each other for real. Every family goes through things. Nobody's perfect, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, we love each other, right? And for her to even think that she would do something so treacherous, so trifling, so critical, like for real, y'all. So at the end of the day, Steve is like, I mean, are we arguing over, huh? Are we arguing over the funeral? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. So let me get us to the next spot because at the end of the day, it's like, why would she even come back at her sister like that? You know what it is. You want one. Like, did you get the BBL because you trying to make your sister jealous? Or were you really going through something? Maybe you had some kids. Maybe I don't know what, everybody to each his own. But now I'm like, okay, so what was your real reason for getting it if you got it? I'm just saying. I'm just trying to figure it out. So we're going back to, let me see here, y'all. We about to go up a little bit because I need y'all to really see what's going on with these folks. Hold on. Gotta set this thing up right because you will not believe some of the stuff that's going on.
She is not telling the truth. I object. She is not telling the truth.
Wait a minute.
She is not telling the truth.
Wait a minute. You can't object because you're not a lawyer.
Steve is crazy, y'all. Y'all need to go see this show. It is funny.
What do you see?
I barely saw chairs.
You don't see a casket?
No.
You don't see the body?
I don't see flowers. I don't see the body.
No flowers.
No.
But he was cremated.
Huh?
He was cremated. That's why she's mad.
Wait a minute. Your sister says she gave $6,000 towards the funeral, but you didn't have a funeral. You cremated him.
Yes.
Who made that decision?
I
She
did.
talked my parents into doing it.
So this is my problem with that, right? You tell somebody I need X amount of dollars so we can bury our brother. But then everything gets changed around and you decide to cremate, bro. And I don't find out until I get there and walk in a room and it ain't no chairs, it ain't no body, it ain't no casket, it ain't no flowers, it ain't no people. And like, I'm gonna skip over it, but Steve was like, well, what did you think when you walked in? And she was like, well, I kind of thought he was running late. like I thought they was gonna bring him in later on or something. What? Like, can you imagine like the feeling like and some of you watching, maybe you've actually had some crazy experiences. Like, yo, chat me up. I want to know about it. Let's talk about it because we need to help each other heal. If anybody have experienced anything similar to this, your insides is a little messed up. I need you to chat me up and let me know so we can talk about it Let me know how you got through it so you can encourage other people, because we know, especially when it comes to family and funerals, stuff can go really, really awry if you don't have it together right. So, that's crazy. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit more because I got to make my point with this. I want to make sure that I'm catching the point. It's funny, but y'all don't miss the point. Don't miss the point.
There's a boss. There's a boss. She's inside. That's how I found out that he was cremated. Okay, that's a picture of me.
Oh, that's you?
Yes.
Oh, y'all take a picture with the.
Now this is what you gotta hear. Y'all, Steve is crazy.
And every picture that she gets in.
Oh, you doing over the shoulder shots. You letting them have it. Don't nobody do the over the shoulder shot at the funeral.
I didn't have my body done at the memorial service.
Yo, who takes butt shots at a funeral? Who give it to him at a funeral? Yo, you talking about being vain? Let me tell you. Hold on, my Wi-Fi gets okay. I'm good. Let me tell you. Let's talk about this funeral stuff too, because I'm about to help somebody. When I was raised, I was taught, first of all, you don't wear red to a funeral. It meant something. Now that might have been like a Louisiana thing. I don't know. But you don't supposed to wear red. I can't believe I said that. Whew. But you're not supposed to wear red. I need some ice after that. Don't tell my mama I said that. But no, for real, I'm sure everybody got their little thing, but I heard that was like an old school thing. You're not supposed to wear red. You cover yourself up. It's kind of like going to church. I know that we've kind of lost the whole being proud of who you are, being sexy without having to be naked all the dang on time. But especially when you're going to special occasions and events and stuff like that, cover up a little bit. Now, if that's all you have, then that's all you have. But respect the situation that we're in. This girl is at her brother's funeral. That's actually not a funeral. I'm sorry. It was a service with the Voss. And she's taking over the booty shot, over the back shot, giving it to him at her brother's service. Vain. There's an identity crisis. Somebody's funeral is not about you, boo. Somebody's service, memorial, candlelight visual, pastor's anniversary. If you ain't the pastor, it ain't about you. If it's somebody else's birthday party, it's their birthday. It's not about you. There's an identity crisis going on. And the thing is, sometimes just be who you are. Be okay. Be cool. Be easy. Accept yourself. You don't have to try so hard for people to like you if you be who you are. If you just be yourself, because guess what? No matter how you are, they're going to rock with you however you are if they really, really love you. If they really, really love you and they really, really there for you and they really down for you, then no matter how down or how bad you may feel like you are, they're going to rock with you. It may get rough. It might get tough. But look, be like that palm tree. You can bend, but baby, don't break. Because you can bend, but you can bounce back up, right? So you got an identity crisis going on where you got somebody talking to their sister saying, y'all, I'm not making this up. You're seeing this with me. I'm so not making this up. So skimming along, we're getting to the end of this thing now because we're bringing it home. Let's see here.
Let's move on. What?
Not like that, but
Oh, wait, here we go.
She said I was prancing around. I wasn't prancing around. I wasn't walking around moping and crying and sad.
Oh,
this at the funeral.
Let's move on. What?
Not like that, but
that's how it sounds just now.
That's how it sounded.
I'm not telling people how to grieve. How you grieve, that's your business. That's fine with me. You don't care nothing about it. I don't care nothing about it.
I do care about it.
Well, that don't sound like it. Now, he in the jar. Let's just call it like it is. In total,
Her
how much
brother.
money was raised for the funeral?
Maybe about 11,000.
11,000. Do you know how much the cremation was?
It was a little. Well, it was like 4.
Do you have any evidence of what you spent for the funeral?
I don't have any paperwork of what I spent on the funeral. However, I do have evidence of what I spent on my BBL.
Okay, well, let's see it. Let's see what that.
Y'all gotta listen to this.
Hold
You
on.
need to see that.
Let me get this right. So you kept your receipts from your butt, but not your brother. Well, we got some priorities going on here.
My point is she didn't pay for it. Everything had already been paid for, and she said
These are charges.
So, are y'all following? This is a real story. This girl kept receipts for her behind, and I'm trying not to use profanity because my mama might be watching. Lord. But she kept receipts for her behind and not for her brother's cremation services. Makes you want to say, priorities? Identity crisis. Because if you know who you are, then your priorities fall in line automatically. Y'all see what I'm saying? It all kind of goes back to the root cause of who we are. Because then stuff like this that got people kind of like feeling like they in the twilight zone don't happen. So long story short, she's like, my point is I had the work done here, but the timeline, I'm going to tell y'all what the timeline is so I don't keep on going back and forth. But you got 30 days. She put all those charges on her actual credit card. We all know you got 30 days to pay off your credit card, right? Steve said it. Judge Steve said it. June 22nd were her charges for her butt, right? July 3rd is when she got $6,000 from her sister, okay? July 10th was when she had her brother in the vase, okay? Now, July 13th, she had her BBL. You do the math. You be the judge of that, right? You tell me what you think. So I wanted to basically kind of finalize my point and round it back to, loyalty means allegiance, your faithfulness. There's a strong support of loyalty. I'm talking about being loyal to yourself. Be supportive of yourself, right? I'm talking about her identity and the crisis thereof because I'm not judging anyone who gets BBLs. I'm not judging anyone who gets and receives any type of cosmetic surgery at all. That's not what this platform is about. My platform is about making sure everything that you do is not necessarily because you're trying to make somebody else jealous. You don't want to make please don't do anything like that to make somebody jealous. Don't do anything to make anybody jealous. Because at the end of the day, what if they don't be jealous? Then what you going to do? Try to top yourself off? Like, I'm trying to understand. It's a losing battle. You have to learn how to be okay with yourself. Don't allow somebody else to make you feel like you're less than. The only person that can make you feel less than, and I had to find this out for myself, is Cynthia. CT, you are the only person that can allow yourself to be made to feel less than. If somebody wants to say something to you, if somebody wants to call you names, call you out your names, we all get angry. We know we all know that. Everybody got a little crazy in them. That's what I say. But at the end of the day, I need you in that anger moment to not have as the cherry on top, you already feeling like you ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to really start figuring out who you are. If you want to walk in this life, you can't walk under the expectations of what somebody else think that you should be. You'll never be happy. You'll never fulfill what your true purpose and call is, right? We all have to decide between good choices, bad choices, between good and evil. And you need to know who you are because it says in the word, if you look in the mirror, somebody who doesn't know who they are, they look in the mirror. And when they walk away, they forget what they look like. They forget what their image is like. And I said the word, but if you go across reference any religion, they all say these same little parallelisms of catches and phrases and, points of wisdom. I heard it on her on one of her songs, and she was like, no matter what your religion is, everybody know right from wrong. So let's not even argue about religion. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is know who you are. Don't start making moves because you're trying to make somebody else do something else. Just move. I can't believe, I can tell you how many times I'm just moving. I ain't thinking about nobody. And then somebody over here, oh, she's just doing this because of that. You don't even know me. You don't know me, Slim. You don't know me. You're not in my head. I am a physical being walking in a supernatural realm. You're not here with me. So if I'm moving a certain way, it's because I'm being led to, not because somebody's telling me, because my mama tell you I'm hard-headed. So, you know, it's a thing where I had to learn to accept myself. I'm still doing it every day. Because at the end of the day, yes, everybody goes through life changes and hurdles, and you may be going through something now. You may be going through a divorce. You may have just lost a child. You know, we're going to keep our prayers up for Regina King. Her son just committed suicide, and we're going to keep her in prayer because y'all know mental health is very important to this platform. Very important. I'm in the movie 17 Days. Yay. Don't forget. And what is that talking about? Domestic violence, which is actually correlated and directly tied into mental health. Y'all have to understand, like, it's so important to, first of all, love yourself, forgive yourself. Any ways that you have maybe disappointed yourself, you know, it's okay. It's okay to make a mistake. I hate when I hear a mom or a dad tell their child, you bad. So now as a child, they walking around thinking I am bad. I am. You got to watch. I am. Your owning definition of what you're saying after the am. I am. So you are bad. Now you as the parent have now spoken that over your child. Every time you call your child bad, you bad. You're speaking that curse over your child. And then you wondering why they got shot. Then you're wondering why they're not listening to you and why they're trying to rock you upside your head. Why they keep coming back with extra attitude. Well, you've been calling them bad their whole life. They believe you. You mom, you dad. They not bad. When I ran the child care facility, at the time I taught the children and the parents alike, and they were very receptive, and I thank God for that, to not talk to their children and say that they were bad. Behavior is bad. Decisions are bad, but we were created good. The Bible said everything he made it good. He made it in his image. He said, you are a God. I'm a God. You're a God. He said, greater works that he did, we can do. If he walked out on the storm at the Sea of Galilee and was like, calm down, and he said that we can do this, we got to learn who we are. Because obviously somebody's not believing it no more. Look at all this stuff going on. Look at all this shooting happening. We got crazy stuff happening. You got men chopping up their girlfriends' bodies and the babies is still in the tummies. Like, come the heck on. What is going on? Nobody knows who they are anymore. So now they're just walking around with no faces. Everybody's dressed alike. Everybody rocking the same shoes. Everybody bopping their head to the same 808. But ain't nobody got no face. All the music sound the same. Ain't nobody got no face. We got to know who we are. Because if you don't learn who you are and stand, you're going to fall for everything and anything. Please believe. So everybody want to be woke and find out who you are. Forgive yourself. Heal yourself. Don't worry about nobody else. There's an identity crisis going on. This is a time in the land. We have volcanoes erupting. They've been erupting for years before we even got here. They've been saying the end of the world is coming. Please don't use that as an excuse to try to shape up and all of that, because then in 6 months, when ain't nothing happening no more, you're going to go right back to that old way. So even what you do it to be a better version of yourself, of who you know you really are, who I know you are, who you're made to be, why you were born. You know, you had a plan for your life even before you were in your mother's womb. there was a plan for great things. But there's so much to come against you to take away from who you are because they don't want you to reach that greatness. So every day there's a little bit more of our identities being robbed. Television, they're making us watch what they want to watch. They're making us focus on certain things on the news. They're making us focus our direction and attention where they want us to look. Because if I'm focusing on what you got going on, I can't focus on who I am, right? It's just something to make you think. So I am so happy that you spent this time with me. Y'all, please make sure to go check out Judge Steve Harvey. I got to give him a shout out because I absolutely love him. I didn't even know he had that show. And thank y'all so much for joining me. And I appreciate you. Thank you. I love you. Make sure that you are free to know that you are free to email me, ctconnectsbrands@gmail.com. I have a lot of things that I am working with. I said the movie 17 Days is coming out spring 2022. Yay. I'm also gearing up, y'all, for this amazing event in April. And I am going to be doing more announcing about that probably around the time that I go live with Nakia Marie, who will be here with us on Thursday, July 27th. Y'all had a lot of requests for her to come on live and serenade and sing. And so you are that special that she's going to be here. So I'm happy, I'm thankful, I'm blessed. So are you. And if nobody told you today, guess what? I love you. All right. Bye. Make sure to subscribe.